If you're looking to aerate your soil with minimal soil disturbance, then broadforking is definitely the way to go. This is a part 2 of a 3-part series on sustainable bed preparation inside of a high tunnel. In the last video, if you remember, we covered silage tarping for weed suppression and great soil health. And today, I will show you how I use my broadfork to loosen my beds without tilling while promoting great root growth, water infiltration, and overall great soil health. So let's get it. Now that my beds are clean from the occultation process, the next step is to loosen up my soils here so my plants can grow deep, strong root systems. But instead of using conventional tillage, which disrupts the soil and kills the beneficial microbes, I'm going to use my trusty old broadfork here from Bootstrap Farmer to gently aerate my beds while keeping the soil structure intact. The biggest difference between broadforking and tilling is that a tiller churns and compacts the soil, while a broadfork loosens it up without flipping the layers upside down. This means microbes stay undisturbed and organic matter stays where it's needed in the soil. When I broadfork, I'm creating air pockets that improve drainage and water absorption, which helps roots grow deeper and access the nutrients. All right, I like to start by stepping on the broadfork to sink the tines at least 6 to 8 inches deep if possible. Then instead of turning the soil over like a tiller, you simply just want to lean back and you aerate the soil. Now let's look at that again. So you step on this broadfork, 6 to 8 inches if possible. It's a little balancing act. Then you just want to lightly pull it up. You don't want to pull it all the way like that. You don't want to flip the soil. You just want to aerate the soil. I work my way down the entire bed in rows, spacing each fork placement around 8 to 12 inches if possible apart to ensure the area is completely loosened evenly. Just like that. This technique works very well for root crop vegetables like carrots that really need a long, straight root. This is the only way that I have found to really make that happen. I broadfork before each and every planting cycle. I like to keep my soil light and aerated just like this. If you're working with a heavier clay soil, unfortunately, you're probably going to have to broadfork more often. Over time, the structure of your soil will change. It will improve naturally, replacing the need to fork as often. Okay, I've moved to one of my other high tunnels to show you this process right here. You'll know you're doing it right when the soil stays fluffy and loose like this without completely being disturbed or flipped. All right, now that the bed is loosened up and aerated, the next step is to add compost to boost the soil fertility and feed the microbes. In the final video, I will show you how I applied my compost, where to source good quality compost, quality is the key word, and why it's a game changer for market growing. You can check out that video next. It's linked here and also in the description below. If you found this to be very helpful, make sure you hit that like button and please subscribe to the channel. For more high tunnel growing tips and content, let me know in the comments below if broadforking is your jam or if you may have any other questions.